So here's the thing. When I work with my high achieving clients, I found again and again that women, serious, amazing, women who are seriously looking to settle down, they're high achieving, they're successful. And when they meet a man they like, this hope rises up and you're like, oh, maybe I found the one. And then they tend to get exclusive really quickly with the man and they tend to sleep with the man. And what that does to us women is that we get attached. When we sleep with a guy, releases oxytocin. It's really powerful biological processes that go on inside us. And we get really attached to the man. And then a few months down the line, or for some women, a few years down the line, we find out he doesn't want kids, he doesn't want to get married, he's really stalling when it comes to marriage. And every time we talk about marriage, there's an argument and he's like, I don't know, I need my time. And so what I found was that so many women were committing and getting exclusive to the wrong men so quickly. And that's where I say you need to take your time before you get exclusive with a man. And you really need to vet the guy. You really need to make sure he matches your standards. You really need to make sure he is meeting your criteria and that both you and him are on the same page about marriage and kids. Because let's just face it, men and women's commitment timelines look really different. And men just simply don't have the pressure or that intensity of, I really want to become a father. I'm 38 years old. They have all the time in the world. I mean, at least much more time in the world than we women do. And I think it's just not fair to enter these relationship agreements and contracts before really outlining what is it that you're looking for. And if you're looking for marriage and you're looking to settle down and have a family, you should be extremely upfront about it. And you should not shut down your options. And you should not get exclusive with a man who has absolutely no desire to be on the same page with you about it. So the way I did it with my husband was that, first I was really struggling in my love life and I couldn't understand for the life of it. I'm a reasonably good looking person. I am a hardworking person. I have a master's degree. Why on earth do all these men keep fizzling out on me? And then, of course, I had my own personal story of transformation where the man I loved or thought who was the one for me broke my heart. And then I dived into studying romantic relationships because I really wanted to change the fate of my love life. And I knew I couldn't go on just one heartbreak after another and keep doing the same things and hope to get different results. And so that's when I decided, I come from India, in India, boyfriend, girlfriend, it's present, but it wasn't my jam. Like I didn't want to introduce a boyfriend to my parents. I wanted to introduce a man who was going to be my husband. And so I decided to own it. I decided to own the fact that I want marriage and I'm not dating to be girlfriend. And I did that back in college and university, but I don't want to do it anymore. I want to get married. I want to have kids. I want to become a mother. And so when I started dating, I dated a lot of men. I wasn't rotational sleeping. I was just rotational dating. And I was going on a lot of connection dates where I got to know men and I let them spoil me and give to me and receive from all of them. And then whenever the exclusivity talk came up, I would just say that, for what? What's the plan? What do you have in mind? And he would say to be boyfriend, girlfriend. And I would just say, I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for my forever person. And I'm happy to see you. Like this feels good. But till you know that I'm your forever person, I think it makes a lot of sense that I keep my options open. Did the same to Chris. I get so excited when I talk about it because it's a very powerful method, which means that it actually elicits a strong response in men. So I remember 2 months down the line when Chris and I had this conversation, I just knew it was coming. Like we were really having a good time. We were getting to know each other. We were kissing. I really liked him. And then at the 2 months mark, he said to me, what is going on between us? Like, I would like to, make it exclusive. And, I would really like you to be my girlfriend. And then I just looked bored and I said, what kind of an offer is that? Like, what is girlfriend? I did that in college. I'm not looking for that kind of label anymore. I'm happy to see you. You make me really happy, but I'm looking for a husband. And I remember his face going down and not understanding what this was about and getting really silent. And then he ghosted on me for like 2 days or 3 days. And I felt sad, but I knew that this is what I'm going to stick to. Like I had a lot of belief and conviction in my desires, and I knew I wasn't asking for anything wrong. And I also told him, like, I don't want to put pressure on you. We can just keep seeing each other. Yeah. But if you do not want me to be your wife, it's not fair that you expect me to shut down all my options, sleep with you, get attached, and then you can test drive me and see if I'm wife material or not. Right. And so, great news. He got back to me 3 days later. He said, I'd like to talk more about what this is about. He tried to understand my point of view after the emotions had calmed down. We kept dating, we kept seeing each other. As time passed, I could see that this was getting more and more serious for him. He knew what was on stake. He knew that he had to make up his mind about me because I was still seeing other people, not as much because he was making it really hard by booking a lot of my time. And there's only so much time. But he knew that the agreement wasn't that I'm his girlfriend. And then at the 9-month mark, he proposed. And 6 months later, we got married.